So there's one big thing that I see a lot of people just really don't get about TikTok. And I'm seeing it more and more as obviously I'm growing myself, as I'm helping people with their accounts to grow their accounts, and just doing research about the platform in general. And I want to share it with you guys because I think it's giving people a lot of false hopes and beliefs about the platform and really holding them back. And I'll show you what I mean by this. So recently, I've been working with this young guy. He lives in Canada. He's a TikTok content creator. I won't say his name just for privacy, but bro, if you're watching, you know who you are at this point. And yeah, he's a great kid. He's super smart. He's very diligent. He's been working and implementing all the tactics I've been giving him to help him grow. And he's 100 times his views recently using the tactics that I helped him with. Going from struggling to get over 1K to now getting videos 10K, 100K consistently. But the problem was he messaged me a few weeks ago and he said, Sammy, I'm not really sure what's going on. Like I'm in a really bad place with TikTok right now. I said, what's the problem? So basically, he had struggled for a few weeks consistently to get videos over just 1K views, which is like unheard of for him. And so I asked him what's going on? Is your watch time decreasing? Your watchful video percentage, sorry. Is your watchful video percentage decreasing? You're not getting on the For You page? He said, no, it's all the analytics from that standpoint, it's all the same. But just my videos, it's like I've been shadow banned all of a sudden, what's going on? And so I told him, and obviously I'm not saying this is the, holy grail answer. Obviously, I as a person myself cannot make that huge claim. But I told him, it seems like it's a combination of two things. The first one, obviously, is organic engagement starting to go away, which is the thing that we all feared, of course, because TikTok is renowned for that. Obviously, as platforms mature, it becomes a supply and demand issue. So once the supply starts to be met by the demand, it's harder as a creator to get your video seen organically. So that was the first thing. The second thing I told him, and this is the kicker, that I think a lot of people don't really get. And by the way, guys, obviously, I'm doing this video kind of unscripted, unedited here. So I just wanted to try out this method because, number one, I'm super busy, obviously, with my own stuff, like commercial stuff, which actually I can't tell. I'm doing something with TikTok. I can't disclose this because I signed an NDA about this. But yeah, that stuff, and obviously building the social media agency. So yeah, so anyways, back to normal. If you like this format, give me a quick comment down below or like the video. So the second thing, this is the kicker. TikTok is an economy. And what I mean by this is, let's take it back. I believe I've shared this with you guys before. There's this interview with Alex Zhu, the co-CEO of TikTok. And he talks about how he built the platform. And he essentially said, building a platform or a community from scratch is like discovering a new land. In the beginning, you have to implement a centralized economy. So what does that mean? You need to put the vast majority of the wealth and the resources in the hands of a small amount of creators. So obviously, on TikTok, if you guys know a lot about the platform, if you go on there frequently, this creates that system of role models that ultimately set the culture for the app. People like Josh Richards, Charlie D'Amelio, Bella Poarch, all these different creators. They become the role models that people should follow, and they have the majority of the wealth in their hands. And obviously, this has helped in the beginning give a lot of talented creators who just came to the platform, that helped them skyrocket their growth because they had all of this wealth in their hands. But now that script is kind of flipping. So let me put this into a more practical example so it's much easier to understand. When talking about TikTok as an economy, you think all right, Sammy, it's a social media platform. How does this have to do with business? So you have to keep in mind, every social media platform starts as a business. They're trying to make money. We'll get into that in a minute. So how I like to think of TikTok is a new strip mall that's just opening up in, let's say it's a working class area. Even though obviously the demographics of TikTok in the US, it's mostly upper class families, but we're just using this as an example. You have a new strip mall opening up in a working class part of town, and you see, a certain type of stores that are popping up in that strip mall. Maybe you'll have, I don't know, you'll have a Gap. You'll probably have a Target, probably have a CVS. What other kinds of brands are there that are like, kind of like, maybe like a Filene's Basement, a Marshall's, Ralph's, things like that. In that strip mall, given that it's in a working class part of town, would you go, and this is I'm asking all creators this, would you go and try and open up illegal seafoods, or what's another high-end restaurant, like super high-end restaurant, like a super high-end steakhouse in there? Probably not. It's probably not the best idea. And ultimately, TikTok, they have the freedom to tell you, no, like, do you see what we're trying to do here? We're not going to put illegal seafoods in here when this is in a working class part of town and you're trying to charge people $100 per meal. So TikTok basically has the freedom to say, no, don't put that in here. But what a lot of people are doing right now on TikTok is they're thinking, okay, I have great content. Like, my content is amazing. It's capturing the attention of all these people, and the watch time percentage or watchful video percentage is great. It's getting great engagement. Why isn't TikTok pushing it? The same reason that a strip mall in a working class part of town is not going to put illegal seafoods in their mall. That's not going to fit the culture and the ecosystem of that specific space. Now, you could try and put in a McDonald's, but TikTok is getting to the point now where it's getting more saturated. So even though, all right, McDonald's, working class part of town, that sounds like a great idea, right? But it doesn't work now because Wendy's just moved in and Burger King just moved in. So it's like, okay, we don't need a fast food restaurant in this mall anymore. So I see a lot of people not approaching it as, they basically try and approach TikTok as, all right, if I make the best content and I'm just make content I'm passionate about or talented at, it's gonna go viral. I'm gonna get millions of followers. It doesn't really work that way. There is essentially a cap on the amount of followers that you can get based on your niche. So, for example, if someone's doing something like, this is a horrible example actually, underwater basket weaving. I should probably script the example so they're not this bad, but like, that's not gonna get you 10 million followers on Instagram. And I knew it with myself as a freestyle soccer athlete. Like, all right, I'm getting some millions of views on my videos, but I'm never gonna get to that point where I have 50 million followers plus, like Bella Porch. Or, what's Kabi at right now? He's at like 70 million. That's not gonna happen with me because I don't have the right kind of content that fits that ecosystem and that TikTok wants to cultivate, so that in the end, they can create an ecosystem that makes them money. So in this sense, TikTok is not 100% a meritocracy. That's the thing that I really want to get across. If you're illegal seafoods and you're trying to open up in a random strip mall that is, the TikTok strip mall, they have every authority. Even if you got the best chefs, you have the best, freshest seafood, you have the best reputation, they have the authority to say, no, we don't want you here. And that's the really key thing about the For You page, is this is what separates it from YouTube ultimately. On YouTube, the consumers of the content can decide which kinds of content they want to consume. You can go search for your own content. You don't go, now they have recommended, so sometimes you just look, oh, recommended, I'll watch this. A lot of the times you go on YouTube, you search for the content you want. On TikTok, that's not the case. You go on TikTok, you watch what's shown to you. Maybe 1% of the time you'll be like, oh, let me go search this creator. Maybe, if that. 99% of the time you open up the app, boom, the For You page is there, you start scrolling. Boom. Just that simple. And so a lot of people don't realize how much power TikTok has to show people the content they want to show people and completely suppress the content they don't want to show people, just given the kind of niche that content is in and the kind of culture TikTok is building. So obviously I can't talk about the whole culture of TikTok because that's a whole different video right there. But if you spend time on the app, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, get on the app, check it out, because it'll give you a lot of insight into the culture of the youth in the US and abroad nowadays, and it's very interesting. That's That's where the next generation of consumer base is going to be. So definitely check it out. So that being said, let's wrap this up. What is the future of TikTok? Like I said, number one, as with any platform, like it happened to Instagram, organic reach is going to go down. It seems like we're at that point where there are becoming these noticeable decreases in organic reach. Number two, what is TikTok's ultimate goal by cultivating this ecosystem? Simply put, social commerce. Social commerce is essentially integrating the content consumption with, seamlessly integrating the content consumption with a shopping experience. And this is not even a theory. This is just how it's going to work. If you look at TikTok's predecessor in TikTok's predecessor in China, Douyin, which is the Chinese version of TikTok, they already have completely shoppable posts. So if you're watching something on Douyin and, you see like something that you like, you can literally tap and shop and buy that thing right there. So that's essentially where TikTok is going. And when you see TikTok, like worldwide TikTok, partnering with Shopify, it's kind of just a matter of time before TikTok fully creates that social commerce experience. And, how should you perceive this right now as a creator? I think if you're not a creator or even a business on TikTok, you should get on TikTok right now, because it seems like this is the last big wave of organic reach that's going to be possible until it becomes like Instagram, where you basically, there's no way for you to go from having 0 followers to 250, 500,000, a million followers in a few months. Just not going to happen. It's going to become like Instagram, where organic reach is so sparse, again, because of the supply and demand thing. So, why would you do this? You're saying, all right, Sammy, why does that make sense? So think of it as this. So I'm sure everyone learned this in school. If you're from the US, you've learned this in school, but I'll describe it in case you're I know a lot of you guys are international as well. So the Louisiana Purchase was basically, it happened in 1803, and it's when the United States essentially bought a third of what is now the United States from France. Like in the beginning, the United States was small, and then we bought like a third of what we have now from France. And we bought it for $15 million, which, if you equate that to the current date, it's about $342 million right now. Imagine how much money a third of the United States would go for right now. It probably wouldn't even go for. US is like, no, we're not selling that. Even if you offer us $500 trillion, we're not going to sell that. So what I'm saying here is TikTok, since it's in the early stages still, it's getting to, the middle stages right now with its development, you can still get an insane amount of followers just from having 0 followers. Posting one video, it might blow up, and you get so many followers after that. So if you want to take advantage of that opportunity, obviously I've said it in my other videos, Gary Vee is, screaming it at everyone. So definitely, if you want to leverage that kind of opportunity for the future, learn about TikTok, get on TikTok, start experimenting. And yeah, you got to do it now, because I firmly believe this is the last wave of organic reach that's really going to be powerful. I think next year it's already starting to become more like Instagram. So huge opportunity. I highly recommend any creator or brand go for that. If you want to know more about personally, I don't ever give you guys just theory. I give you the actual practice. How I did it on my account, I took my account from 0 to 200K followers in 6 weeks using the method that I told to the young man that I mentioned to you guys in the beginning of the video. This method, it's an absolute godsend. It works for half of people. They contact me back and they're like, Sammy, didn't really see big difference. For the other half of people, they're like, bro, I'm getting like hundreds of thousands of views now, and I've never had a video get over 10K. Like, what's going on? So it really does work. You just got to test it out for yourself. Check out the videos that I will link right here. And if you guys like this sort of conversational laid-back style format, let me know. Just want to be a little bit more authentic with you guys and give you this kind of content, helpful content. Let me know, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.